Hey, what's going on, investors? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you why I am done with M1 Finance and why I am moving to Fidelity. In the next couple of days, I'm going to release a tutorial on how the process works and how to move from M1 to Fidelity. So if that's something you're interested in or you've been thinking about doing the same yourself, hit the subscribe button below, and then when I release that video, you'll get a notification. So let me start with what I like about M1 Finance. I feel like as a beginner investor, M1 Finance offers one of the best long-term strategies for the beginner investor. It has this pie structure, which you can easily set up either with individual stocks, ETFs, or use one of their expert pies, which is like a predetermined setup. They have different sort of weightings, whether it's moderate, aggressive, or, a much more like risk-free approach to investing. But me, I like doing the research, so I set up my own pie and have my individual stocks. I'll link a video up top where I reveal the holdings in my portfolio, so you can see what kind of stocks I'm holding right here. As a beginner investor, this is a really nice way to set up your account. You can just look in like one of the slices and you can see like it's made up of different companies, and each of the companies have different weightings. Right now, like you can see that I don't have much money going into Cedar Fair, LTC, or Welltower. They were sort of heavily affected by what's going on this year. And I've been mainly putting all my money in Realty Inc. and Store Capital. M1 Finance does offer a really good way to structure your portfolio to make sure it's easily, diversified without, having too much money in any one particular sector or stock. So, for me, that is the first really great thing about M1 Finance. The second one I really like about the M1 Finance is it offers you portfolio drip. So whenever you add money to the account or you get paid a dividend, you can set it to auto reinvest and it will buy what's underweight. So, if a stock is down in its slice or in its sector, then, it will prioritize that to sort of bring it back in line with, what you have it set to as far as a weighting. So it always tries to, rebalance the pie. Obviously, you can manually hit this rebalance button and it will, buy and sell and bring you back to where you want. But obviously, there are tax implications to that. So, if you've held those holdings for less than a year, you'll be charged the higher tax rate as opposed to holding over a year and getting the sort of long-term capital gain. So, I advise never rebalancing unless you've had these stocks in this portfolio for over a year. But I find it pretty easy to just add money and sort of rebalance the portfolio myself. I mean, mine's completely out of sync right now, but that's because I've been trying to purchase things that are sort of on sale. That does, mean that the portfolio will be slightly out of balance. The next really great thing I love about, M1 Finance is the fact that you can borrow against your portfolio. So, right now I have around $30,000 in the account, and I can borrow $9,800 at 3.5% without any kind of credit check. So, if something does crop up, you have a problem with a car or something like that, and you need money and you don't want to sell your investments, then 3.5% isn't that much to be, borrowing to sort of take care of yourself short term. It's basically, you can treat it like margin. Obviously, you can purchase M1 Plus. Currently, they have it on offer for $45, and that will give you an interest rate of only 2%. But for me, I just don't use this feature. I don't want to borrow any money. I prefer to, try and stay debt-free. For me, paying $45 or the regular price of $125 just doesn't seem worth it, because, if you think about how much money you have to generate just to cover that, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So the borrow feature is really nice, But for me, the M1 Plus feature really isn't. I feel like, it's a waste of your money, and you'd be better off investing $125 into some stock. So, with all that said, there are really great features, but I feel like as a sort of, I guess, a midterm investor and a more active investor, these aspects of M1 Finance are holding me back. So just to list the negatives and the main reasons I'm leaving M1 Finance for a brokerage like Fidelity is this. You only have one trading window. So at 8:30 in the morning, I'm on Central Time. Any money I've put in the account will trade. I have no ability to set a limit price. So basically, I'm at the whim of M1. Like whatever price or whatever spread they get for the trade at that time, that's what I'm given. And I think, one of the reasons I'm kind of down so much right now on this portfolio is because I am investing like a decent amount of money, but not being able to control the prices I'm purchasing stuff. And, if you invest $1,000 and you want to set a limit price of say $30, but you get it at 30.5, then, those 50 cents that you lose a share sort of adds up over time, whereas a broker like Fidelity, it lets you set the limit price. You can execute a trade at the price you want, and you're not limited to what time of day you can trade. You can wait for the market to dip and then place your trades with a brokerage like Fidelity, or, you can set those limit prices and, they'll either hit it or they won't. So the first major negative of M1 Finance and the reason I am leaving is the one trading window. The second reason is obviously the fact that you cannot set a limit order. You just get whatever price you're given. Third negative for a trader like myself, on this channel we do a lot of options trading, is M1 doesn't offer you the ability to sell options on your holdings. For example, in my telecom sector, I have AT&T here, and I have 101 shares. I would like the ability to reduce my average share price by selling some covered calls, and that reduces my my average price over time, and obviously gives me more money towards my annual returns from just the dividends alone. So, that is the major reason I am leaving M1 Finance. I'm going to a brokerage that lets me sell options on my holdings, have a limit price. Also, as it happens, does fractional shares and has drip. So the gains I'm getting from moving to Fidelity outweigh the ease of investing with M1. That is basically it. I'm going to make a video over the next couple of days showing you how to move from M1 to Fidelity. So like I said before, hit that subscribe button and you'll get notified when that video comes out. So if you like me and you've been thinking, I kind of want more out of my investment, especially my long-term investments, subscribe, and when that video releases, you can see me go through the process, and if you think that's something you want to do yourself, you can. So other than that, guys, this is just a quick video for today. Hope you're making some money. I know the market's been down all week, so you can see just for me in this first week, I'm down $949 on this portfolio, and my Robinhood account isn't doing much better at the moment. So we'll be back in a couple of days with the tutorial video. So until then, I hope you all have a great day. Until next time.